everyone. Welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. Today we will get all the details about the 40th annual Quincy Senior Olympics that kick off later on today. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, some hazy sunshine out there at 65 degrees right now. Kind of a mix of clouds and sun today. A slight chance of a shower later this afternoon, but it'll be mild with highs in the low 70s this afternoon. Cloudy this evening, not as cold as it has been over the past few nights. Lows drop off only into the mid-50s. Tomorrow, by far, is the pick of the week. It's going to be gorgeous with abundant sunshine, low humidity, and mild temperatures tomorrow into the mid-70s, even here at the coast. But enjoy it, because we take a couple of steps backwards for the rest of the week with damp, cooler conditions moving in here on Wednesday with a high only about 60, some afternoon rain around on Thursday, and a high again only around 60. And even Friday looks kind of wet and cool right now, so enjoy these next couple of days. Partly sunny, 65 in Quincy right now. Checking out news for you today. Today is the first Monday in May. And in keeping with tradition, the mayor will present the proposed budget for the next fiscal year to the Quincy City Council tonight. Mayor Thomas Koch is scheduled to address the council at 7 p.m. in the Great Hall at Quincy City Hall. One line item that councilors will be closely checking will be the proposed salary for the mayor. A consultant recently recommended at least doubling the annual pay for the mayor to between $300,000 and $370,000. Ward 1 Councilor Dave McCarthy is chair of the Finance Committee and agrees that the salary needs to be reviewed.
You know, Quincy is a big city and a healthy city with a very vibrant community. Not to take anything away from the smaller towns, it is what it is. But the numbers do. When you look at the numbers, you start doing the comparisons. We're way overdue to take a look at it. So, just thank you for the time and taking a look at it, and probably setting us in the right direction to come up with the right number. Thank you.
Mayor Koch has said that next year's budget will be lean with no new programs or positions, but no anticipated cuts. The City Council may approve or cut the budget, but may not add to it. Before the council meeting tonight, the Ordinance Committee is set to meet at 6:30 and discuss a proposal to make Lunar New Year a legal city holiday. Well, Governor Healy recently approving a supplemental budget that will funnel over $460 million to help fund the emergency shelter system that's being overwhelmed by the migrant crisis. Although he supports helping migrants, State Representative Jackie Chan of Quincy says that a more permanent, long-range plan needs to be developed to address the issue.
The administration's complete inability to actually formulate a plan on how to address this migrant issue is astonishing, troublesome. And it's literally like you just throw anything on a wall here as opposed to looking at something more comprehensive, given the fact the fire hose isn't turning off. So you better have a plan of how to move the water. And they can't get their head around this. They really just cannot. And the legislature is extremely frustrated on two levels. On the first level, of course, is our impact on our individual districts. The second issue is we want greater accountability in the spending, because they're just running around, just dropping money. And we're like, what are you all doing with said money? And we recognize the money isn't just for the shelter component. There's a whole human service need component.
That new budget places a 9-month cap on shelter residents with the possibility of extensions based on certain criteria. In total, the administration estimates that the state will have spent over $800 million on the migrant shelter crisis just in the past year. Renovations will be getting underway later this year to Forbes Hill Park here in Quincy. The Department of Natural Resources recently unveiled a master plan that includes shade trees, playing courts, open fields, benches, a children's area, and accessible walking paths. Mayor Thomas Koch says that every effort is being made to ensure the project meets everyone's approval.
Yeah, I don't know if a public project has had more meetings than this Forbes Hill Park and the golf course that the city inherited after the deal from 50 years ago. And what I thought would be an easy process which people would embrace, and I think the vast majority have. There's been some folks that have argued about every little point up there. So at the end of the day, we're going to have a continued beautiful golf course for the people of the city to use. We will have beautiful new park facilities, new clubhouse that not only serves the golfers, but will be a beautiful spot. People to stop in, have a burger, and check out the views from that area. It's a beautiful location. So, yes, Commissioner Murphy continues to work with the neighbors and those folks who are self-experts on some of these issues. So I thank Commissioner Murphy and the Park Division of the Natural Resources for their incredible work to date. And later this year, hopefully we'll have everything finished up.
The Forbes Hill Park project will be done in conjunction with the construction of a new clubhouse at the nearby Furnace Brook Golf Course. And in the future, the city hopes to restore that historic water tower at Forbes Hill Park and make it accessible to the public. A Weymouth man is facing charges that he was selling crack cocaine and fentanyl in Quincy recently. 31-year-old Gito Matthew was apprehended after police say they witnessed him sell some drugs at 95 West Squantum Street in North Quincy last Tuesday afternoon. Officers approached a black Volkswagen, and a drug-sniffing dog detected a Ziploc baggie full of drugs hidden in the cushion of a wheelchair. Police say over 10 grams were seized, along with over $3,000 in cash and an iPhone. Matthew was charged with trafficking in crack cocaine and fentanyl and arraigned in Quincy District Court. Quincy's first ever Hindu spring celebration, called Holi, was held at Kavanaugh Stadium in North Quincy yesterday. Participants enjoyed traditional Indian food, music, dancing, and the spreading of the holy colors. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch provided a welcome to the crowd, and organizers Shiv Singh and Kavita Mishra said that they were thrilled with the turnout. They extended their thanks to the city for their cooperation in organizing that event. Tiranga Indian Street Food Restaurant also helped sponsor the celebration. Well, opening ceremonies will be held this evening for the 40th annual Quincy Senior Olympics. Hundreds of people age 55 and older are expected to compete in this year's games that include track and field events, bowling, bocce, swimming, billiards, bowling, golf, and a pickleball tournament. The games begin with a 1-mile walk tonight at 6 o'clock, followed by the opening ceremonies and then a volleyball game. The $20 entry fee includes a T-shirt, the sportsmanship luncheon, and the awards collation. Closing ceremonies and awards night is scheduled for May 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Kennedy Center. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, we'll get much more details about Olympics from Quincy Recreation Director Michelle Hanley. That's next. Welcome back. Just speaking with Quincy Recreation Director Michelle Hanley about how incredibly busy this time of year is here in the city of Quincy. It all started on Saturday with Cleaner, Greener Quincy. Yesterday there were celebrations. You saw the Holi celebration. And tonight it is the 40th annual Quincy Senior Olympics. And Michelle's here to tell us a bit more about that and about all the summer programs that are coming up later this year, too. Do we have any time, Michelle, to just sit here and chat? You should be overworking, right?
I should
You
be.
should be.
I should be.
Well,
but
we give you a little
I
break.
always have time for my friends at QATV.
Thank you. We appreciate that. How are you?
I'm excellent,
Yep.
thank you.
Good, good.
Excellent.
How's the spring been going for you so far?
Spring is a season of preparation for the Recreation Department to
yeah.
get ready for summer, which for us started Saturday at Cleaner, Greener Quincy.
Is that right? Yeah.
Right, that's kind of our saying at the Recreation Department is once Cleaner, Greener begins, we'll see you at Labor Day because we don't stop from here.
Exactly.
But we love every second of it. We can't wait.
Yeah.
We can't wait.
One of the signature events is Senior Olympics, right? 40th
Absolutely.
anniversary this year, so 1984, if my math is right. is when it all
Absolutely.
started, yeah.
Actually, 82, we took 2 years off during COVID.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
1982, and they started with a track meet over at the stadium with Barry Welch and Don Strong and a few other folks. Began, with what was just a small meet. In fact, Quincy was the first Senior Olympics in the Commonwealth.
Wow.
And our folks went on to begin the Massachusetts State Games.
Okay.
That still continued today.
So it all started here. Yeah.
It did.
And
It
was
did.
probably not
Another thing for Quincy.
Yeah, exactly. Notch in the hat, right? Probably wasn't a 2-week event back then, I'm guessing.
No.
Yeah.
The first year was a one-day track meet.
Okay, that was it.
A one-day track meet, and then the next year they blossomed.
Yes, into what it is today, right?
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yes.
How many folks signed up this year?
We have over 250
Wow.
this year
Okay.
registered so far. I say so far because there's a chance that a few more are coming in the mail.
Oh, I see.
And a few other folks may walk in today to register at opening ceremonies.
Gotcha.
So there is still a little bit of space if you would like to join us.
Okay, and you choose what events you want to compete in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, which is kind of
Exactly.
nice. How does that compare to years past? 250? Is that on par? Or
We
more than?
are right. Yes, we are. We are a little bit higher than we were last year.
Okay.
A little higher than we were last year, which is wonderful.
Yep.
Which is wonderful.
Who can compete in Quincy Senior Olympics?
Any person who is age 55 and over.
Yes.
We do accept non-residents.
Yes. Yep.
Most of the programming for Quincy Recreation are for Quincy residents only, but we have thanks to the mayor and the city council, we have a 53E&a fund, which means anything we collect fees for, we can open to non-residents.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so we have representatives from over 50 communities
Really?
in the games.
Wow. Because not every community has a Senior Olympics, right?
No.
Yeah. So
No,
you get
not many.
surrounding towns, I'm sure. Yeah.
Not
Well,
many.
it takes quite an effort to put on, right? It's not a small feat by any means.
It is quite a large event.
Yeah.
We'll start tonight, May 6th, and we will continue to May 23rd. So
Yeah.
about 2.5 weeks worth of events.
Yeah. So let's talk about what will be happening tonight.
Excellent. Well, tonight we'll kick off with the 1 mile walk beginning at 6 p.m. at the Kennedy Center,
Okay.
followed by the opening ceremony where folks, if I thought of it, I would have brought the torch, but you can see it tonight if you come to the opening ceremonies.
Okay.
We have an Olympic torch that Karen Cashman actually carried through the city the year of the Salt Lake City Olympics.
Yes.
And she donated her torch to the Recreation Department in Barry Welch, who was the longtime director of Quincy Recreation. And so she donated her Olympic torch to us.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And we light it once a year,
Right.
and it still lights.
Yeah,
So
it's amazing.
once a year we use that torch, which says "Light the spirit within." It's quite a nice saying on the torch.
Yes.
To light the Olympic torch
Yeah.
and kick off the games. Following the opening ceremony, we will have a volleyball game where the Kennedy Center volleyball team takes on the mayor's celebrity team, which is made up with department heads from around the city, the mayor's appointees. And I'm going to tell you, Joe, every year they try to beat the seniors, and they're not that
They don't have a good
successful.
record,
They
no.
don't. They don't. And some people think that they're not trying. I'm telling you, they are trying.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry,
the
guys,
Kennedy,
but
the Kennedy Center team is
they
not,
needed to
not,
practice.
not messing around. Yeah.
They need to practice more. The Kennedy Center team is ready.
Yeah.
Ready to
It's
go.
it's fun. It's for a lot of fun, really.
Right.
That's
It
after
is
opening
fun.
ceremonies.
Yes,
Who's
yes.
the torch bearer this year?
The two folks who light the torch are the eldest male and female who are entered in the 1 mile in the
okay.
1 mile walk.
Okay. So,
Is how we do it.
Yep,
So
yep.
We'll have to wait to see for tonight.
oh, you don't know? Oh, you're
We'll
not
have to
telling.
wait. Not telling.
Okay. Can you tell me how old they are?
In their 90s.
All right.
In their 90s. I hate to put the pressure on them because
Right.
we all know that sometimes people's plans change.
Ah, okay.
And sometimes people don't feel well at the last minute, and
Yeah.
I don't want someone to feel badly that they
Okay. Fair
let me
enough.
down.
Fair enough.
No one ever lets me down.
What else does the ceremony include? The opening ceremony.
The national anthem
Okay.
and a few greetings from members of the Council on Aging Board and Park and Recreation Board.
Yep.
We'll give some greetings to the city.
Okay. Okay.
As you had already mentioned it earlier in your report,
Mm-hmm.
the mayor will be at City Council presenting the budget tonight, so he
Right.
won't be able to be there. So those folks will take his place this evening.
Okay. Who's performing the
the
national
opening.
anthem?
Leanne Rhymes.
Oh. I was going to say, what? Stop the presses. So it'll be a recording.
It will be from a purchased recording.
Okay. Where does the 1 mile walk go? It's just around Squantum?
The 1 mile walk begins by the health department door,
Okay.
heads down into Squantum for a half mile, and heads right back.
Okay. And it's not.
That's
is
a
it
simple route.
Not a race, right? It's just a walk.
It is a race.
It is a race?
It is a walking race, however. So
okay.
1 foot has to remain on the ground at all times.
Okay.
The seniors will be given strict instructions at the start to not run. Sometimes our juices get flowing and we want to run a little bit or hop. But
Interesting.
It has to be a walk.
Okay.
It is. It is a race, and the way that we score races, folks participate or compete rather in 5-year increments.
Okay.
So 55 to 59-year-olds will compete, 60 to 64-year-olds will compete,
Yep.
65 to 69, and so on up to 100. Ted Coburn is 100 years old this year,
Wow.
our eldest Olympian this year, and he
Wow.
will be at the 1 mile walk tonight on registration.
Okay. All right.
And the
You've brought with
winners,
you-
I brought with me one of the medals so that you
Yes.
could see.
Yes.
The first place get gold medal.
Yep, right over there, Michelle. There you
First
go.
place
Yep.
received gold medal, second place silver, and
Yeah.
third place bronze. But we all came from the age where not everybody got a medal.
Yes.
All of our senior Olympians and my age and up, we have a medal policy so that these medals actually mean something. So within each age group,
Yep.
if there's only 1, 2, or 3 competitors,
Yes.
we will only award a gold
A
medal.
gold only. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
If there are 4, 5, or 6 competitors in an age group, we will award a gold and a silver.
I see.
So first and a second place. And if there are 7 or more participants in any one age group, we'll award a full gold, silver, bronze.
Okay. Just, like you said, give it some meaning and make it a real competition,
It does.
right? It's
It
not
does.
just a de facto,
It
you
does.
get a medal just because you're the
Right.
second contestant.
Correct.
Okay. All
Correct.
right. So people
Correct.
cherish these, though, and they work hard for them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, there's meaning behind them there.
Yeah.
It's quite
The actual
fun.
medal itself is a depiction of the Olympic flame, it looks like?
It sure is.
Okay.
It sure is. It's the Olympic torch, and on the back side it says Quincy Senior Olympics.
Very nice.
And we have gold, silver, and bronze
Yes.
medals back at our office.
And those will be given out during the ceremony on May 23rd?
Those will be given out at the closing award ceremony on May 23rd.
Okay.
Correct.
Anything new this year in Senior Olympics that hasn't been done in years past?
No new event.
Okay.
We did move the pickleball tournament to the weekend because last year it was so popular
Really?
that we decided that we should move it to the weekend to give us a little more time to play that out. That will be at Broad Meadows Middle School on Saturday, May 18th.
Up Broad Meadows, okay.
Right, there'll be a women's doubles tournament, a men's doubles tournament, and a mixed doubles tournament.
Okay.
So the folks who have entered picked one draw to enter,
I see, okay.
and they were allowed to pick their own partner. And if they didn't have one, they just said partner needed, and we'll pair them up with a partner.
Okay, very good. Have there been events that happened already for Senior Olympics?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Tonight is the first one, 6
Okay.
p.m. We kick off at 6 p.m. this evening.
Okay. This is traditionally when it's held, right? This time in May every year?
Yes. In the past, we had started the Monday after Mother's Day.
Right.
But with the addition of the cornhole tournament and the pickleball tournament getting bigger, and I believe bowling is so popular now that we're doing it on 2 separate days.
Wow.
We decided to start the games a little earlier so that we could spread events out.
Okay. Tell me about the Sportsmanship Luncheon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We're so lucky that once again our friends at Brookdale are sponsoring the luncheon, and actually they will put together a nice, beautiful dessert collation at the award ceremony.
Wow.
But they're so wonderful in providing a lunch for our seniors, and it's a great chance to get together at the Kennedy Center, break bread, and have some laughs. And we listen to a speaker who's invited to come in and listen to some music and just have a lot of fun chit chatting with neighbors at tables.
Yes. Now, is that just for the Olympians?
Yes,
Michelle? It is, okay.
yes.
So it's not a public event. It's
Correct. No,
folks who are
sorry, that's
within competition.
right.
Okay.
Just for the folks involved in the 40th annual Senior Olympics.
Yes. Friday, May 10th at 1 o'clock is when that takes place.
Yes.
So it's still has the $20 admission fee changed at all over the years? I think that seems like it's been the same forever.
It has.
Yeah.
We like to keep all of our programs at no cost or low cost.
Yeah.
As much as we can. We have a few sponsors. Linden Ponds
Yeah, feel
is
free
a
to mention
sponsor.
them,
This Linden Ponds is a sponsor again this year.
Okay.
They're a wonderful community down in Hingham. Lots of their residents participate in the games, and so they've been a generous sponsor. And the Quincy Foundation also supports the games. Actually, they help purchase the medals
Oh, very
every
nice.
year.
Sure, very nice, yeah.
So, and then we have, as part of our recreation budget, again, thanks to the mayor and the council, we have the budget for special events.
Gotcha.
So, the $20 fee covers
I was just going to ask,
a
what does
portion.
that
Yeah,
get,
a
what does that
portion.
get you?
The
Yeah.
T-shirts.
I was going to say, it gets
It
you that
basically
really
covers the T-shirts.
cool T-shirt that you
this
have
is
on,
this
right?
is the
Yeah.
this is the T-shirt, folks at home.
Yep.
They're calling me. They've been calling me, asking me what the color is. Heather red with navy blue. We wanted something to look like red, white, and blue for the 40th annual.
It's a great color, actually.
It is.
Yeah, I
It
love
is.
that.
It is. I dressed ready for the games today, folks. I
Now,
normally.
I'm
would
guessing
wear-
you're not allowed to compete.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
There's a little bit of conflict there, right? At least right now, right?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not 55 yet,
Yeah.
but I'm approaching. I'm approaching. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have
Now,
to
do you
see.
get more on the younger age spectrum than the older age? No?
No, we don't.
No.
Our biggest age group is the 70 to 74 year olds,
Wow.
and 75 to 79
Okay.
are the two biggest age groups
Interesting.
every year.
Who's the
Every
youngest,
year.
do you know? Or how old is the youngest?
In the 55,
Oh, all right,
yeah,
okay.
55 to 59 age bracket.
Okay.
We definitely have probably 4 or 5 in men's and women's in
And
that
I'm-
age group.
I'm guessing you get repeat athletes every year.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And my staff, I have to say how wonderful the recreation staff is. I left my phone in the hallway as to not be disturbed while we were in here, but
Thank
for
you.
the past 2 days, my phone has been buzzing with text messages from the college-age students who are starting to finish finals
Oh.
and are coming home, and they know it's Senior Olympic time, and,
Yeah.
they're reaching out to work. They make so many friends with the Olympians
That's great.
over the next 2.5 weeks that they really love to come back year after year and see everybody again.
I bet. Yeah, it
it's-
must be
it's
nice for the
great.
seniors too to see that young person come up through their high school and then
Oh, I'm
college
sure.
and then professional career.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. There's several of them that have been with me. This is my 31st.
Wow.
This is
that
my
right?
31st Senior
You were just
Olympics.
10 when we started.
Yeah,
then.
right. Yeah, right.
Wow, that's great.
Right. I was a young college student myself when I first started.
Yeah.
Working at the games, and I love it. I love seeing all my Olympians. Bill's right here working a camera
Yeah.
for us, and he's been in the games for
So
years.
Bill Eaton, you're talking about,
Bill
yeah,
Eaton,
on,
yeah,
our,
Bill
on our
Eaton.
crew here. So we only have a few minutes left, but after Senior Olympics, it's summer.
It is.
You already mentioned it's already summer at the recreation department,
It
but
is.
registration's open, right?
It is. Summer clinic registration opened on April 23rd.
Okay. Wow,
And
really?
there,
Okay.
yes, there's a push. Parents, especially working parents, really need to plan for summer
Sure, of course.
summer programs for their children
Yeah.
to make sure that they're covered with childcare.
Okay.
And so we try to open as early as we can,
Yep.
so that they can get their plans settled. Makes everybody be able to take a deep breath heading into the last crazy May and June.
Right.
And so clinic registration and boathouse registration, the boating program registration started April 23rd.
Okay.
We're going to hold our swim lesson registration on Saturday, June 1st, right at Lincoln Hancock Pool at 10:30 a.m. And we will have the playground program once again starting on July 1st. That registration is held right at the program
Okay.
on July 1st for the playgrounds. And Happy Acres, our day camp for children with special needs, that registration's already open as well. That opened on the 23rd.
Okay.
That'll be at Broadmeadows Middle School again this summer. Let's see, what else do we have?
What else don't you
Boating
have?
program, clinic program, Happy Acres. The night recreation program will also begin on July 1st. We have volleyball at North Quincy High School for the high school age students.
Okay.
And we're open at 4 outside playground areas. We do that teamwork program in conjunction with the Quincy Police Department with a Shannon grant, with a grant
Oh,
we
right,
received
sure.
from the state to fund that program. That registration will begin on site
Okay.
on July 1st. And the playground program, as I mentioned, will
Yep.
begin on July 1st.
Okay. Do you
as
need
well.
assistance, Michelle? Volunteers or
We
staff? or-
always do
You
accept
Okay.
accept applications.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We do require that the applicants be Quincy residents age 16 and up, and the applicant has to come to our office themselves
Okay.
to pick up their application.
Okay.
We don't give them to moms and dads and
Okay.
grandmas and
Yeah,
brothers
you want
and
to meet them,
sisters.
right? Yep. Okay.
Right, they need to be able to come
Well,
in
it's the
themselves.
first responsible thing to do when you're taking
Absolutely.
on a responsible position. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, and we feel strongly that it's a step they need to take on their own.
Yeah.
First step to getting their first job. We always accept applications throughout the year.
Okay.
But we're heading to the interview period, which actually will be Saturday the 11th. They don't know it yet, but they'll be getting calls this week.
Okay.
Just set up interviews for Saturday and then 2 nights next week as well.
Okay,
To
great.
interview for summer positions. The mayor is the appointing authority
Right.
for the city, but we do interviews and then we'll give the mayor a list of our recommendations.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. I know you need to get back, and your phone's probably buzzing off the hook out there in the hallway. So
Everybody wants to work Senior Olympics.
give her a call.
They're ready.
Great to see you, Michelle. Thank you so
Right.
much.
Thanks.
You're
Thank
very-
you very
Oh,
much,
you're
Joe.
very
Thank you
welcome.
for having us on, and I'll come back closer to summer. We can talk
Yeah.
boating and
Please do.
sailing and
Please do.
and
Yeah.
all the other programs.
We'd love to have you. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And seniors, I'll see you tonight.
Check the forecast for you. It looks pretty good, actually, for opening ceremonies tonight for the rest of the day today. Just clouds and sun, just a slight chance of a shower, but not a washout by any means. But warm, low 70s. Tomorrow is the pick. Sunny, mild, 74, the feel of summer, and then we're back into the cool, damp weather, really for the rest of the week, unfortunately. So enjoy these next couple of days. Thanks again to Michelle Hanley for joining us, the Quincy Recreation Director.
Thank you.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. Friday here in the show, we learn about this year's multicultural fair that's coming up in Quincy. Meantime, head over to our website, please. It's qatv.org. You'll find all of our latest programs, news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and a whole lot more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great week.